I'm going to let it rock out. I actually named my son JTA as well.
But tell us about your son. September 28th, he became a dad.
And say his name, too. I want to hear the name. The coolest name.
Look at Steph jumping.
That's incredible. That is incredible.
With this home crowd, they dump it down low enough. There's a monster dunk. And what is this? He is riding Walker Kessler like a wild bronc.
Yeah, I don't think it was intentional.
No, I agree.
Of Cantwell. Fans of both sides are giving the applause. I think you got to. I covered Cantwell in high school, and I didn't know he could give the piggyback ride.
No. Okay. Because you don't see a steady diet of it. How about that?
That was pretty.
Right there. That's Theo Benson.
Throws one up quickly and nails it.
Let's go. Hold on. He almost made this.
Another Toronto turnover. James whipping by despite the foul. Would have gotten the call.
Imagine you're watching a high-stakes NBA game. Players locked in, the crowd on the edge of their seats, and suddenly something so unexpected, so hilarious happens that you can't help but burst out laughing.
Oh, I tell you, the shoulder, Barnes put it into the chest.
But he did not raise the arm up. The elbow never came up. Oh, the ball.
They're 23 of 33 from the field. Come on, give me the ball. We got to play.
From the most outrageous bloopers to moments that make you question if you're even watching a basketball game, the NBA has had its fair share of comedy gold. So, get ready, because we're diving into the most side-splitting NBA moments you won't believe actually happened. Basketball is a game of skill, speed, and precision, but sometimes even the best players have moments that leave fans and commentators alike scratching their heads or rolling on the floor laughing. Let's start with a classic, the infamous slip by Steph Curry. During a high-energy game, Curry, known for his incredible agility and accuracy, was dribbling down the court when he suddenly slipped on what seemed to be a slick spot on the floor. As if on cue, Curry tried to recover with his usual flair, but instead of a smooth three-pointer, he ended up awkwardly tumbling to the ground. Of course, Curry being Curry, he quickly got up and casually drained a three-pointer from the corner, making everyone forget, or at least try to forget, his unexpected wipeout.
On the side, you do not want to see this. That is from the maybe precipitation or from the ice. They're up under.
But Curry's slip wasn't the only time the court had the last laugh. Let's talk about the time when Josh Hart, in the middle of a fast break, lost control of the ball. Not only did he fumble, but he managed to smack the ball into his own face. It's one of those moments where you can't help but feel for the guy, but at the same time, you can't stop replaying it in your mind. Moving on to one of the more chaotic moments. Remember when DeMarcus Cousins went for an aggressive rebound and ended up faking out just about everyone on the court? Cousins, known for his strength and size, made a move that was so slick, even the referees seemed confused. He faked a pass so convincingly that everyone froze, only to realize seconds later that the ball was still in his hands. It was a move straight out of the Harlem Globetrotters playbook, leaving the opposing team and the fans completely baffled. Now, no discussion about hilarious NBA moments would be complete without mentioning the antics of Lance Stephenson. Stephenson is practically a walking highlight reel of bizarre moments, but perhaps his most famous is the time he decided to blow in LeBron James's ear during a playoff game. That's right. In an attempt to throw off LeBron, Stephenson leaned in during a pause in play and gave a little puff of air right into LeBron's ear. The look on LeBron's face was priceless. Confusion, disbelief, and maybe just a little bit of irritation. It's one of those moments that's still talked about today, not just because it was bizarre, but because it was so completely unexpected. Speaking of unexpected, how about the time when James Harden got hit in the head with the ball by his own teammate? During a routine play, Harden was in the middle of calling for the ball when it came flying at him, hitting him square in the head. The best part? Harden didn't even flinch. He just kept playing as if nothing had happened. But you can bet that clip was replayed over and over again on sports shows, with commentators cracking up at the sheer absurdity of it all. Let's not forget the iconic moment when JaVale McGee tried to dunk from just inside the free throw line and missed. Now, McGee is known for his athleticism, but this particular attempt didn't go as planned. Instead of a smooth, crowd-pleasing dunk, he ended up launching himself too far, missing the rim entirely and crashing into the floor. The attempt was so ambitious, yet so far off, that it became an instant meme. To his credit, McGee laughed it off. That didn't stop fans from turning it into one of the most replayed bloopers in NBA history. Another player who found himself in a hilarious situation was Shaquille O'Neal. During a game, Shaq, who was known for his dominance in the paint, took a charge, a rare sight for the big man. The crowd was already buzzing from the unusual sight, but what happened next was pure comedy. After taking the charge, Shaq lay on the floor, motionless, as if he had just taken a knockout punch. The dramatics were so over the top that even the commentators couldn't contain their laughter. Shaq, always one to play to the crowd, got up with a big grin, knowing he had just given everyone a moment to remember. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about one of the most bizarre moments of all, when the Lakers' LeBron James was fouled on a crucial play and didn't get the call. What happened next was something straight out of a comedy skit. Patrick Beverley, a Lakers teammate, decided to take matters into his own hands, literally. He grabbed a camera from a photographer and tried to show the referee the missed call. The entire arena erupted in laughter, and even though the call wasn't overturned, Beverley's antics stole the show. And who could forget the time when Jimmy Butler pulled off one of the sneakiest moves in NBA history? During a timeout, while the opposing team was huddled up, Butler casually walked over, grabbed the ball, and acted as if he was going to hand it to the ref. Instead, he quickly dribbled to the basket and scored an uncontested layup. The opposing team was left in shock, the referees were confused, and Butler walked away with one of the easiest and most hilarious buckets of his career. Of course, there's also the classic moment involving Kobe Bryant and his infamous "Remember Me" gesture. After making a tough shot, Bryant stared down his defender, who happened to be a former teammate. As if to remind him of who he was dealing with, Bryant gave him a look that said it all: cool, confident, and just a little bit menacing. It was a moment that perfectly captured Bryant's competitive spirit, but also his sense of humor. One of the more recent funny moments came during a game involving Luka Doncic. Known for his incredible skill and composure, Doncic found himself in a rare moment of uncontrollable laughter. After an opposing player made a ridiculous flop, Doncic couldn't keep a straight face. He doubled over, laughing so hard that he had to wipe tears from his eyes. It was a moment of pure joy and hilarity, showing that even the pros can't always keep their cool. Finally, we can't forget about the time when the San Antonio Spurs pulled off one of the quickest hack-a-Shaq fouls in history. Just 5 seconds into the game, the Spurs intentionally fouled Shaquille O'Neal, setting a new record and causing an uproar of laughter from everyone in the arena. This strategy might have been sound, but the timing was so absurd that it became an instant classic.
And Jeff, for San Antonio, once again, people are saying, as they immediately have a hack-a-Shaq call, I don't believe it. 5 seconds in. No, but that was...
The NBA is full of incredible moments, but sometimes it's the funny, unexpected ones that we remember the most. Whether it's a player slipping on the court or a teammate accidentally hitting another in the head, these moments remind us that even the best athletes are human.
Crowd, they dump it down low enough. That's a monster dunk, and what is this? He is riding Walker Kessler like a wild bronc.
So, the next time you're watching a game, keep an eye out. You never know when the next hilarious NBA moment might happen. And if you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing basketball content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.